What's up? My name's Anthony Massimini, also known as T-Mass. Mainly a musician. Music's pretty much everything. I've been probably I started that really in high school, and now I'm in a band that's basically a full-time thing. Yeah, so as I got more involved with them, One Foot Forward, which was Heavy Weather, that like kind of dissolved and it just fizzled out. So I got asked to join Heavensake, which had Skeeter in it, and that's where I'm at now. I'm with them. We're pretty serious. We've just been doing like weekend tours. There was just one this weekend. I have one this weekend coming up. A little after they recorded their our EP, the Forme, the drummer, he left. And then that's when they asked me to fill in. So then I just started filling in. And it was cool because I knew Skeeter already. And I was comfortable with him because him and I worked a lot together. And the other three guys, I knew and I've met them a few times. But to me, I looked up at all of these guys because they're all older. And the music that they played was just, they're like super talented. So it's like, there's just me. I'm like, I'm not good enough to be here. Like all these guys are really good. And I'm just like, they're not even gonna ask me to join the band. I was like so bent that they're just not like, they were never even gonna consider me as like a full-time, like. I had a couple shows where we're playing our songs and people are responding. Like when we went to North Carolina last year, no one knew us. We showed up and there was probably about 40 people at the show. I mean, just from like other locals and stuff. So it was like a really good show. But to see everyone there, and we're however many states away, you know what I mean? It was like 400 miles away. And people there are like so into it. And we can't get people back home that are like into it. So to see those people who don't know anything about us, like moving along and really digging it, and then coming up to us after, be like, yo, we love this stuff. Like, where's your merch? They bought, like we sold, that was like the most merch we've ever sold before.
It's so cool.
So it was just like, all right, it's a cool thing. So we've had a couple of those kind of shows where stuff like that works out. But they're connecting with it. Like the one dude that housed us, he was telling me that song, or our song Bleach, he was like, dude, like you have no idea like how much that means to me.
Been here for hours alone at the bar. No one to question where I'll be after dark. I never said I wanted to get up this morning.
He's like, I don't care if no one else likes it and no one else connects to it. But he's like, when I first heard that, he's like, I had to go outside and like I listened to it for like an hour straight, like almost in tears. And I was just like, I'm like,
oh my god,
I'm like, dude, I'm about to go to bed. Like, can you not do this to me right now? Like, but he was like, you know, he's like, for what it's worth, like, he's like, that really means a lot, and that's something else too that's really cool. It kind of feels good. Yeah, it feels good that it's like, as far as like big accomplishments and stuff like that, we recently just released our sophomore EP, I think so, yeah. We went and recorded at the Lumberyard in Hamilton with Nick Berzizi of Man Overboard. So in pre-pro, Nick was doing others. He was like getting stuff ready. So we were sitting down with Ace, and he was listening to our song. So we just put it on, and he sat there and he had like a pen. And he just made notes, and he's like, well, what about this? And so that was when we made changes to songs and we talked about stuff. So like he, a couple times he was like, hey, try it like this, and I would do it, and he's like, no, not like that, like this, and I was like getting like real like almost like anxious about it. And then like afterwards, I was talking with Skeeter, and Skeeter's like, cause I would talk to Skeeter about it. He's like, dude, he's like, Nick gave you a compliment, by the way. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, anytime I told T to do something, he pretty much just did it like right away. He's like, there's so many people that don't do that. He's like, so that was really cool. And I was like, oh. I got a compliment from you. That's the thing, like, and it's, I mean, for them, like, they're professionals. They're not like me in my basement where I'm like, nah, dude, like, whatever, like, just take your time, take 10 minutes. Like,
That's cool. That
they're
you do
like,
that.
dude, you need to get this part.
Yeah.
And that's like, they write for people, they recorded bands, they recorded stuff for the Wonder Years, and like legit people who I look up to, you probably look up to as well. So it's like, they're not there to waste time. Like, they're there to just get shit done and make sure it's done right. So that was the other thing. I was like, yo, like, I don't want to be on the hook for screwing up our EP, essentially. But that was never the case, which was a good thing. So Nick, we got close with him, and he's kind of been like really supporting us and really helping us out. And same thing with Ace, like to have both of them back us up and support us is a really cool thing. Because like I said, they're two people that we've always looked up to. I mean, that a lot of people look up to. So it's like to have them behind us and like, yeah, man, like we like your stuff and we're proud of it. Like, that's a cool thing. On Post Chroma, it's the first track. It's called Aftercolor, which is actually what Post Chroma technically translates to, sort of. That's the one where it pretty much has every like musical influence that we would have and style that we're able to put into a song, all in that one. So it starts off real heavy, and then it's like chill vocals, heavy big open chorus, and then the end's like a vibey, almost like a brand new-esque vibe. There's like some punk beats in it, which I didn't think I could ever play, but apparently I did. So that's that's like my favorite track. Most of the time I'm like stressing out about getting to where we need to get. We've slept 3 hours in a van. We've eaten like just Doritos and drank like beer the whole time. So it's not like we're doing great. Finally we get on stage and it's like, whatever, it's 20 to 25 minutes of just like, all right, I can forget whatever's going on. And if I have an issue of something, I can kind of use that and put it into, you know, my playing. So if I'm like really pissed off about something, I'm gonna hit my drums harder, and like I can kind of like express myself through that.
Right.
So that's kind of like a big deal for me, and it goes back to, you know, feeling like we were like, because we all write our stuff. So whatever we're writing, we've either experienced or we felt or we know that feeling. So to know somebody else feels it and is like trying to connect with it, it helps us to be more open about it and to better ourselves, knowing someone else is reaching out and trying to, they connect with it. So it feels good that it's not that we're helping people, but it feels good that we're able to provide a platform that people can at least
Relate to something.
relate to and escape from reality for 3.5 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean?